the egg report, the post-match report of the West Coast vs Saints game. It's really, it's just a disappointing game to watch. Frustrating as per usual. Membry kicking 5, as you just saw then. Hunt got 35 responses. That's pretty impressive. But the thing is, I think we did have the youngest team, 22 out of any team in the AFL coming into this game, but that's no excuse. You always play your best team. It was hard with the outs. Doug and Waterman, obviously. I reckon I was exactly right with what I said before the game. I said we're not tall enough in the forward line and in the back line. Waterman's exclusion definitely didn't help this, and also we were also not having McGovern. So I was gonna say, and I mean, we saw Membry had a day out, and I feel like we had to find a way to prevent that. Like, Membry's not the tallest forward, but it just felt like it was too easy the way they were able to bring the ball through the middle of the ground. Yeah, I mean, it was a run from their halfbacks. I did say this before the game. It was a run from, because when they got that outside run, Wanganeen, Miller, Sinclair and Hill. I think Hill played his 250th. So, I mean, we couldn't really get that ourselves. I saw we were trying to push Witherden up the ground and Jermaine Jones up the ground early on in the game. And trying to move them away from that last line of defence kind of panic moments sometimes when you have the ball on the goal line. And I think that helped. But I mean, it didn't do much. We needed to be able to rebound with our half-backs, and I feel like we haven't really seen enough of that. Yo in the midfield, we definitely saw how that costed us. Jeez, this game was not good at all. Yep. I feel like in that first half, we knew we were the worst team, but we were just hanging on, and we were 19 points down at half time. And you had a feeling that we were always in the game. We were always capable of winning the game. It just felt like the second we walked on that pitch in the second half, it all kind of fell apart. And I can't remember much from the game, but I remember how I felt, and because I am filming this on a Tuesday, so quite some time, 4 days after the game. So, but yeah, look at the ladder. Sydney and Carlton hold their ground at the top. Carlton still look a bit shaky, but I think if they can fix it up towards the back end of the season, they should have a good run into finals, and hopefully they have more experience from last time. They didn't. It wasn't the most comfortable win over North Melbourne either. Brisbane climbing and climbing and climbing. How many have they won in a row now? That's a good question. It's got to be close to 8 or 9, I reckon. Freo back into the 4. I don't know how long they can stay there because they do have a tough run. The Derby is this week though, so that'll be interesting to see. GWS are back in good form. They beat Gold Coast at home, but I mean, Giants haven't had a massive test since that Carlton game, and I feel like when Giants play a big team in Melbourne, I feel like they're really going to struggle. But yeah, Cats. That was a bad loss to the Dogs. I mean, the Cats are so much more capable of that. We saw that against Collingwood a couple of weeks back, but that was pretty disappointing. Who did Port play? Oh, yeah, that's right. They played Richmond. I don't really know much about that game, but by the looks of it, they played well. Essendon never should have lost that game against the Crows. They were in good position all game. I think the Crows did go up throughout the game by quite a bit, but they had a 3-goal lead with 4 minutes to go in the game. And they've got Saints up next, so they have to win that game. The Dogs beating the Cats, they're back on track with a win over the Cats. And who else did they beat? What's the wrong one? Carlton, so yeah. The D's, 1 week they have a good win, next week they have a bad loss, so I don't think that they have what it takes to make the 8. Hawks have what it takes, though. I feel like that win against the Cats could cost them in the long run, because if you look at it, how much percentage? They don't have the best percentage, but they'd be comfortably, well, not comfortably, but they'd be in the mix in the 8, and they'll already be 2 points off top 4, so I feel like that's kind of costed the Hawks a bit. And it hasn't really helped the Hawks that it's been so tight. Well, it's hard to say if it has or hasn't really, because we haven't seen it, like, because it's been so tight, lots of teams are taking points off each other, it leaves a massive tail end, and then it probably has helped them, to be honest. Gold Coast are in the mix, but Ben King, my word, he's turning into Tom Lynch. What can I say? Wait, I need to check something quickly. Yeah, it's on. Right. Like, that was absolutely woeful, especially that one on 3/4 time. I could have kicked. There's one in the second quarter as well. I could have kicked both of them, and that's saying something. Collingwood. One more loss and it's over for Collingwood. I reckon it's already over for them, but one more loss and it's definitely done for Collingwood. Crows, I mean, you just got to get some flair back from last season, but hopefully, I like seeing the Crows play well. The Saints, I mean, they've been pretty poor this season, but yeah, West Coast and North West Coast and Richmond are just the tail enders, whatever you call it. Anyway, let's have a look at some of the stats. And that's the fantasy point. Kilda leading the Coleman. I did predict Jesse Hogan to win it, so we'll see how that one goes. Flanders winning the disposal. 154 fantasy points. Jeez. That is... For a key forward, that is pretty good. Anyway, thank you guys for listening to the Eagle Port, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.